Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play World Wave 3 with me, Alpha Pi Omega, and the Kaiserliche Marine. So it is 1908, and as you know, our diplomatic situation has changed quite dramatically. We are currently at war with Italy, together as allies with Austria-Hungary, but we are in immediate danger of United States joining the war. Now, I don't think that United States joining the war would spell doom for us, but the fact that they could hit us at any place at any time, especially in our colonies, without us being able to react, is making me nervous. But we're gonna see, because Italy has already reached out trying to find some sort of peaceful negotiations. We're blockading them, so the war is going in the right way for us. It's just a matter of, breaking them before United States join. But even if they join, then we still can look at it as a sort of a, what would you call it? A nuisance or a complication, because our primary goal is to make Italy yield, and if they yield, we are fine. That's what we are going for here. All the other relations have either not changed or changed in the matter of one step, so not really important to talk about them. There's also nothing really on the table that we should point out. I mean, the highest relations or highest tensions are between Spain and United States, and that's that. And France and us, and Great Britain and us, but it really is not anything that we could, see as a potential for war. So hopefully this thing with Italy is gonna blow over, and we're gonna gain something from it. I really do hope we will. Because we have had our first losses in this war. While we have sank 7 heavy cruisers, 1 light cruiser and 2 destroyers so far, we lost one of our flagships and we lost a light cruiser. So, as I say, remember Forge, and we are going to make them pay. Hopefully, dearly for this. We've also, by the way, lost a number of submarines, but I don't put them here because I still think that is a little bit weird, because it's saying that they hit a mine, but there are no mines in the Baltic. So I think it's just the small or low reliability that we have on those submarines, and I wouldn't really put it in the same bracket as, the casualties from the actual war. So just saying. As far as tonnage comparison goes, we've lost 19,000 tons this year due to our 2 ships sinking. But just Donau was, I think, 22,000 tons, so you can see that we already replenished a little bit of our losses. Italy, on the other hand, lost 68,000 tons due to the war. Great Britain lost 2,500 tons, probably discarded some of their ships. Japan lost 5,100, and Austria-Hungary lost 23,000 tons due to the war. France added 10,500, Russia added 17,100, USA added 5,000 tons, and that's that. You will see that I haven't reordered the order here of the states based on the tonnage, because I wanted you to see the huge drop that Italy actually suffered in this year. It means that right now they are behind the USA and just slightly above Japan when it comes to the tonnage. Overall world tonnage 1,945,700 tons, and difference is about 95,600 tons year on year. Tonnage comparison here, as visualized by a graph, you can see here. I think this is also the first year where we actually had a drop. Yep, it is. Tonnage comparison combined, you can see here. Tonnage comparison relative. We still, are way above our expected share, nearly at 14.5%, but we have a little bit of a dip due to the lost tonnage. Economy-wise, we are doing amazing. We managed to burn off most of the extra cash that we have gained on building the 2 new Rhine-class battleships. Our yearly budget is also out of this world, 228,560 Reichsmark per year. Our current per month is 19,047 Reichsmark, an increase of 20% year on year, which is amazing. And together with the cash that we burned off, we have made sure that our navy has been greatly strengthened this year. Total expenses currently are above 9.6% above our income, but it's fine because, as you know, we are going to finish some constructions and refits very soon. Also, the base that we have in Indian Ocean is going to be expanded, so that's also something that we are going to save 750 Reichsmark per month on. So we will be doing good. Ship cost has increased by 52% year on year. It's currently 6,676 pardon me, Reichsmark per month, 35% of our overall budget. Construction currently, however, takes the biggest piece of the cake, nearly 11,000 Reichsmark, 27% increase year on year, and it is 57.28% of our budget. But it's going to be quite different next year because, we need to tone down the expenses. We need to do a little bit of savings again, and I'm hoping that the war is going to continue for a little bit more so that we can really enjoy the benefits of the huge income, because if you see at the drop between 1900 and 1901, we could expect to drop anywhere to 120,000 Reichsmark per year, which would be a huge drop, which would pretty much nerf our entire fleet, especially because we have a little bit of a task ahead of us, which, I'm going to talk in just about a moment. Research-wise, we did amazing. We had 3 levels in machine development, 1 in hull construction, 1 in turrets and gun mountings, 2 in submarines, 3 in anti-submarine warfare, but we still don't have the depth charges. I'm really not sure how we're supposed to fight the submarines at this point, but we'll see. 1 in fleet tactics and 1 in naval guns. I'm kind of shocked we got 14-inch guns straight off the bat, 0 quality, which is just amazing, and it's gonna go straight up on our new type of battleships. Which brings us to the task that I mentioned. So look at it this way. We have 8 battleships, 2 battle cruisers, we have 15 heavy cruisers, we're building 1 more, we have 15 light cruisers, we're building 2 more, and we were reduced to 2 submarines of 7, I think, and we're building 4. So this is also the first year where we actually had a drop in active navy, because the submarines have shrunk significantly, and we lost 1 battleship and 1 light cruiser. However, as you can see here, I am already starting a follow-up plan to the Plan Grau. It's going to be a Plan Neue Lehre, which translates roughly to new doctrine. And we need to take the advantage of all of the new technologies that we get and create new generalized design and strategy for our next generation of ships. Because currently, all of our ships, whether they're the light cruisers, the heavy cruisers, the destroyers, the submarines, or the battleships, they're all obsolete. They're all completely obsolete because we can now put 4 turrets on our ships. We can use triple turrets. We can put the turbines on our ships or coal turbines on the ship. So there is so much more that we need to do. Now, I would really like to hear your opinions on the Neue Lehre and your suggestions. But what I'm thinking so far, it's not done yet. I'm not going to be doing it yet, but I think the basis for what we need to do is we need to design a core new battleship, a core new battle cruiser. We need a core new heavy cruiser, core new light cruiser, and core new destroyers. What I envision is the battleships we're going to use triple turrets, 14-inch guns. We're going to have pretty much just like a flagship battleship. These are going to be planned 2, 1 for each of the Baltic and Northern Europe fleets. Then we're going to build battle cruisers, which are going to be ships with also triple turrets, but they're going to be either 3 or, I guess 3. I don't plan to have 4, but I'm thinking 3 triple turrets. And the ships are going to be much faster. Battleships, I envision 22 knots. Battlecruisers, 26. They're going to be slightly lighter armored. slightly less armored. Yeah, slightly less armored. That would be the way to put it. Slightly less heavy guns, but they will be faster. The heavy cruisers, on the other hand, will... Oh, and battleships 14-inch guns, battle cruisers 12-inch guns. Heavy cruisers, I think we're gonna go with either 11-inch or stick with the 8-inch guns. I think the 8-inch guns are still good. We could have 3 triple turreted turrets on the heavy cruisers, or 4 double turreted guns. We'll see. I want to increase the armor to at least 6 inches. We're gonna see if the game allows that. If not, then 5 inches will be good. And light cruisers will be at 3.5 inches, and we're gonna keep 8-inch guns on them. But they need to have speeds also of at least 26 knots. So we're gonna see how that's gonna work. In destroyers, we have made quite an advancement, but I'm hoping we can get the 800 tons destroyer soon, because I would like to make them go that, what was it? We tested that 32 knots. 32 knots with 3 centerline torpedo tubes and 2 front and aft 3-inch guns. So that's what I envision. It's gonna be a complete revamp of the fleet, which will mean that the current fleet is going to be either refitted or moved to the colonies or scrapped. Once we get the new battleships and the new fleets, I'm going to relegate the older battleships to the colonies, and we're going to scrap the Weissenbergs. We're also going to look at some of the older classes of ships that we have here. Yes, the now has been lost in the line of duty at Forge. Hertha can be relegated to colonies. Victoria Louise will definitely be relegated to colonies. First Bismarcks and so on. So all the ships are going to be moved back. I'm thinking that the Gazelles could be either scrapped or relegated. Hellas will most likely be scrapped. Same with the Kephions, because they are extremely old. I mean, we refitted 2 of them, so I might finish the refits, but eventually they're going to be all relegated to the colonies and just spend the rest of their time there, because, you know, they're too small for our current usage. And of course the destroyers are also going to be moved. We also need to make sure that all of our destroyers from now on will have normal range and normal crew quarters, because they were unable to actually move during the war, and I don't like that. And I will also have to put my submarines a bit more strategically based on the Neue Lehre, because we want to have them in places like the Mediterranean and the Indian Ocean ready for the war, because we can only have the coastal submarines and they cannot move during the war. So that is something that we need to take as a big doctrine change from the current war. As far as bases and land fortifications go, we haven't done much. The only and major change is that our docker capacity is now approaching 30,000 tons. We are at 28,500. The coastal fortifications in the German Empire hasn't changed much, but I'm thinking that after the war, we will start upgrading some of the defenses. Germany and Eastern Germany and East Prussia could definitely scrap the 4-inch coastal batteries, who are, I guess at this point, no longer sufficient in caliber, and we could put 8 or 10 inches there instead. I'm gonna probably do just 1 for now, but later on we're gonna extend this also to Sakhalin and to the area of Indian Ocean, so that we have a bit more of a defense there in case of a war with someone like United States or Great Britain. And last but not least, the officer corps. So we have a new fleet admiral. We now have 2, both of unknown quality. We have 1 more contra-admiral, and we have 1 less frigate captain. But we have a brilliant Captain Souza again, which is good. So we have 1 incompetent and 1 brilliant. And generally speaking, as far as the officers total and their share goes, you can see that it continues the general trend of below average and above average officers. I wonder if we're ever gonna get to sub 20% unknown or something like that. I guess it makes sense because as we have more and more ships and more engagements, we discover more of their qualities. So, the share of the unknowns should continuously drop. But we'll see, So far, the share of the below average seems to be stable. The average as well seems to be fairly stable. Above average the same, though I would really like it if below average and above average was the same and not such a disbalance towards below average. But what can we do? We don't know who is in the unknown category anyway. Maybe they're all brilliant. It would be pretty cool. And that's it. End of report, January 1908. So the Neue Lehre is the biggest thing here. The booster budget that we received is also the new thing here. And I think once we finish the ships that we currently have, we can take advantage of everything. Now, I have on purpose didn't design any new ships. You guys know that because we cannot build them. We cannot afford them right now. And thus, we can still get more weight reduction on hulls, turrets, stuff like that in the meantime. So if we design it now, we would be just, making sure that we cannot use the bonuses that will come in the next couple of months in the actual design phase of the ships. So yeah, I'm trying to avoid that and wait for the very last moment when we're gonna be doing that. So yeah, let me just jump into the game and I'll see you there. Okay, here we are in the game. As I mentioned, we currently still have a very high monthly deficit of 1821 Reichsmark. But that's gonna change very soon. In 5 months, Stralsund is going to be finished, the first of the Hansa-class ships that we're building. Actually, no, it's the second one. We already have one Hansa-class, don't we? Yep, Hansa. It has been finished a couple of months ago. I forgot about that. Yep, it is 26 now. That's so good. That is so good. It's in the Mediterranean. Let's put you on raiding. I think you can be really good when it comes to that. So it's going to be the second of the Hansa-class ships finished, and it costs 1,304 Reichsmark per month. So that alone is going to mean that we are at about 600 deficit. And as far as the coastal fortifications go, in 6 months, Tanganyika is going to be expanded. So that together is more than our deficit. And I mean, we are a little bit pressed because we cannot hold for 6 turns, but for 5 we can. So that should, it's going to be close, but we'll do it. It's going to be close and we'll do it. Plus our hero budget can even increase. So let's hope for good technologies, let's hope for good battles and end the turn and see what happens in the Mediterranean. And hopefully the United States are not going to come at us anytime soon. German ship Hertha intercepts Italian raider in the Mediterranean, so that's another of these battles. Though Hertha is really not a ship that I would choose when it comes to intercepting enemy raiders. So unless this is someone really weak. So you have been recently refitted, so you can go all the way up to 22 knots. That's good news. And you have 4 7-inch guns of quality 0. Your range is what then? 13,000 yards. Okay, that's not that bad. I thought it would be worse. And your secondaries are quality 1. Range 10,800. We have 8 of these. Tertiary guns are of range. Okay, I mean that's not bad. We have crew quality of 2. Central firing also. Yeah, I thought that Hertha is worse. It's not. It's actually a pretty good ship. But, if you intercept the battleship, that's going to be a little bit of an issue. Either way, we should be able to sink any kind of light cruiser or, anything the game will decide to throw at us. Okay, so here we go. Let's go to Squad Max. Go to intercept. Okay, it's a heavy cruiser. We can go another same round to see Okay. Now they're almost in range, but we still don't see who they are. Okay, well, we already straddled them, which is pretty good. We didn't have any hit, and we still don't know who they are. We just know that they are a heavy cruiser, and that is a conjecture. So let's change our course slightly. Okay, so we identified this. We identified it as Ancona class, which is an almost exactly the same type of ship as we have, though it's slower. It has only 20 knots, and this one has probably not been refitted. So 47-inch, 86-inch. It was built in 1893. Our ship was built in... Oh, we don't see, but it was refitted in 1905. I mean, actually smaller. 47, 8, 6, and 12, 3. 47, 8, 6. Yeah, it's the same 3.5-inch belt. You have what? 4-inch. Wow, our ship is just... It's smaller and better. That's really interesting. And it's faster as well. So let us just keep going. Okay, we just scored a hit. What? 7-inch guns. Okay, so that should be a hit from the primaries. Our chance is 2.39. You shot 37 rounds and hit scored 0 and hit percentage is 0. Okay, that's a little bit weird. Okay, let's continue this way. And an angle. Another hit, this time from a 6-inch gun. Do you see any information about them? Why the damage? I kinda don't mind going at an angle because it gives us a little bit more of a... But I still think only primary guns can shoot. So maybe it would be better to turn towards them and just, you know, have a better shot as it is. Okay, this is looking like a good moment to turn northwards. Oh wow, we've already... The rudder is damaged. And okay, we've got a couple of hits on us as well. 4 medium and 1 light. But no flotation damage. We scored a number of hits. Okay, we need to be a little bit careful here. So let's just continue this way, where both of our main guns can shoot at them. Turn this way to keep the angle on. Okay, got another hit. Okay, they're definitely bleeding now. I don't know if they're sinking already, but based on our speed, we're gonna go to 20 knots. We don't need to hurry anymore. Let's give our guys a little bit of time. The chance at 1.7, they have it very far. 10,100 yards. I didn't even check the time. Oh, 40-23, we're fine. Secondary battery interference. Okay, but our secondaries have much higher chance, 3.87, and they're actually scored. You shot 284 rounds and scored 11 hits. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, we can keep the angle because we are actually getting closer to each other. For us, being a little bit at range is good at this point because they are not really getting any benefit from that, while we have a better targeting system, so we have a higher chance to hit them. So wait, was that a hit on us or on them? No, it was on us. How are we doing? I'm taking quite a lot of damage here, but they're definitely taking more damage, so I'm not worried. Yeah, scored a couple more hits. medium damage. Okay, they scored a couple of hits on us as well, but nothing major. Oh! They destroyed our aft turret. That's interesting. I didn't see that happen. But we still have a pretty big amount of firepower here. Oh no! Critical hit to the engine room. 49% damage. And we're flooding. Okay, the speed has dropped. Let's go to cruise speed and increase the distance. Okay, flooding should be under control when we're going this slow. Actually, because we have destroyed the aft turret, it is beneficial for us to keep a low profile and just follow them in the distance. 15 knots. I don't believe that. Or are they not faster than that? 10 knots. Medium damage. Okay, it's 11,450 yards. Yeah, they're going faster. How's the flooding? It's not bad. Could we go to 15 knots? That would definitely mean we keep same distance. Yeah, the flooding is fine. Forward turret is okay. When did an unlucky shot to the... yeah, here. At 14:59, about an hour ago. I missed that. Turret destroyed. Well, that was an unlucky one. I mean, we really don't have much of... well, 4-inch armor. Same as our ship. Okay, so what's the distance? 10,289. Are we catching up to them? Yeah, we are. Okay. Okay, another hit on them. Falling is okay, so we can continue. I'm pretty sure they have a... we took 9 hits, they took 28 hits, so I'm pretty sure that they're in worse shape than we are. So I just thought, how much daylight do we have left? 25 minutes, okay, that's not good. Let's try to get close to them. The night sighting range is gonna be 4. So we really have to go for the kill. We have 20% ammo left, Jesus. Okay, scored. Okay, another turret hit, Jesus. Forward is disabled, aft is destroyed. Okay, well, then we can just go with the secondaries, but I have a feeling this might not go our way. What's the distance now? 5,000 yards. Okay, they're giving us their profile, so our secondaries can... and they're burning, so I still think they will sink. Okay, forward is back in action. So I'll just continue. What's the distance now? 5,000 yards. We can't really... dusk is coming, isn't it? Yeah. We have to keep an eye on them. Heavy damage on fire. I'm thinking if... do we have torpedoes? We do. Okay, we've done it. But at the very last moment, and we took some heavy damage ourselves. Well, our total points are 13,592, medium damage. They had scored 1,363, so about 1/10 of what we did. But what ship was that? The cruiser Palestro. Yeah, we had 6% ammo left. Jesus Christ. This is why I keep and I know I'm, no need to rub your faces in that again, but this is why I keep saying that you really need more ammo on your ships. Okay, so we get a 1,000 victory points. 2 ships have finished their working up. And we got a destroyer up to 900 tons of displacement. Nice. Okay, so that's way better than we had. Research breakthrough in explosive shells. Increase armor-piercing shell damage. An enemy submarine torpedoed and sunk our ship König von Preußen. So we lost another ship, guys. We lost another ship. An indecisive engagement has taken place between Austrian and Italian navies in the Mediterranean. And we're blockading them. And they sank one of our merchant ship, and we get 140 points for blockading them. So yeah, we lost another ship. Great. König von Preußen. That's a valuable ship. It's more valuable than what we sank this turn. God damn it. High game. Okay, and the United States are getting really close to entering the war. And I don't like that. I really don't like that. So how long will you guys be repairing? 2 turns. Yeah, we need to get... But then again, I mean... Destroyer itself... And we don't have any anti-submarine weapons. So anti-submarine value is like 5. Which is fine, but I think until we get... We definitely need a range medium and accommodation normal. We still have some weight left. Forward center line. If we remove this one, that gives us barely anything. No secondaries. Yeah, we won't be able to go with 33 knots. But we could definitely get this one. That work, yeah. All okay. Accommodation. It would still have something saved. So could we go with spacious? Yeah, we could go with spacious accommodation and normal range. Spacious accommodation on a destroyer. Who ever heard of such a crazy idea? Pardon me. And we could even maybe go with 5. No, we can't. That's way too big. But okay, well, not great news this turn, but we have a double of their strength. USA has some ships in Northern Europe. They don't have any ships in the Mediterranean, but I'm pretty sure they have some over here. Yeah, that's not one that we want to deal with. They have battleship, 2 heavy cruisers, we've got 2 light cruisers. Okay, that's not great. Here, well, we'll most likely engage with them in the Northeast Asian territory and in Northern Europe. Hopefully it's not gonna come to that. Well, anyway, thank you very much. I'll see you in the next episode.